HDMI splitter, pertaining dual set. Well, damn, I think I talk too much about shit. So let's take a break here and edit. Since I took the pill, my body's feeling good. Today we are property investments for 180 years, 70 years instead of 5 CDs. Forgive me. But eventually we're going to start putting this workload on myself of 500 original tracks within 2 months. Property investments for 180 years, 70 years past my death. That's how long the royalties will be continued to be paid. 90%. So if you want to make music, I didn't want to make music, but knowing I talk a lot is one of the better things than try to please people. I ain't much of a people pleaser. If anything, I piss you off and you unsubscribe, so I wouldn't work too well with AdSense in ad revenue. But since I am a registered member of BMI, that's a place that keeps track of when people listen. Google's now got to pay me, so that's why websites came up with a subscription. Spotify can listen to unlimited amounts of music for $15. I'm not sure what it is. And part of that $15 goes to every person you listen to. They keep track. Every site's like that. YouTube. If you go on YouTube, have premium, which I do, you go there and watch videos, the legit videos who are actually trying to claim profit. Even like me, music, instrumentals are worldwide. So you don't get excluded often if you're just instrumentals, is what I've learned. Because I got 3 freestyle albums and they're not in a lot of other sites, whereas the instrumental ones are. I found that out. It's ironic, but and the licensing, most of them I include the free ones. So when you use my music, I can guarantee you will not get a copyright strike. Guarantee you. I mean, you can license your music to where it does cause a copyright strike, and there are videos out there that do that, but I won't, and I give it out on sites like Spotify because I do want it out there. I think that's a good bet. I think that's a good risk to take. If you give it to people, chances are they want to use it is high if it's decent. If I make crap, no one's going to want to listen to it. So this is a lifelong goal of 300 albums, 50 tracks each, because that is the limit that you could put on there from CD Baby when you submit. Each one costs $89. You have to put in your PayPal address, then you get registered for these other sites. It goes through a process. Once you push the submit button, within less than a week, you're in Google Music, you're in all these other places, and it takes probably 3 months to start seeing any kind of royalties. So right now, like, I see my going up. It started off real slow. Like, my first year was a doozy. Probably made 25 cents in a 3-month time when I very first started. It was very depressing. Once you get over that part, like, now it's, I think, every 3 months, no, I'd say 2 months, it's a $10. $10. And I mean, that's good. That's 1 year later. And these are going to be here for 100 and, I don't know, 30 years, 80 years past my death. Google it. How long do royalties last when someone dies? It's 80 years past their death. So it's like, okay, I want to get rich. I ultimately want to get rich. Balling out of my eyeballs and buying all this expensive stuff just because I can. That's one of my goals. It's like the undermined goal. So we had to come up with a plan. I want to go traveling and I want to do this and that. So I started to see that I should have lots of music out there. That's the goal. Because the more chances of me having something registered by BMI is a good thing, because that's just another way to win a sale, and you can win a sale like 6 different ways. So I start seeing dollar signs in my face. These are investments people cannot take away. They will guarantee you an investment for 130 years at least. So your kids would be protected. 90% if you do it yourself type of thing. No publisher, no one, sort of what I did. The bar that I rose to was background music. Ain't gotta be anything special. It's just gotta be registered. So I am a talker. I'm a freestylist, a writer. And I like to play things on loops a lot of the time. Because if it gets too out of it, if it's too original, bouncing back and forth all the time, you can't get in deep thought. So my first album was minute tracks each. I realized those were too short. Even that album didn't match up correctly, so I had looping issues, I believe, with the first couple albums. And then now they should work flawlessly in 64-bar loops. And I'm a deep thinker. Music helps me get deeper in thought. And all I needed was something to practice on. I didn't want to practice on other people's music anymore. I wanted to use my own. I eventually figured out that I could get paid on it. I eventually figured out how to make it. And after 200 practice albums, we moved over to like graduation status. Like I felt different once I hit that 200 album goal of just, let's just make 200 albums. It has really no major rules. We had some rules, some were off, but it was basically a journey of self-discipline and getting them on. Some of those albums can be found on my Media Fire page. It's linked on my twitter.com/CWFixem. You'll see 2 Media Fire links. One will say old CW's Pod Music Library, a few albums there. I would wait a bit because I fixed them all up with the titles. But you can download them, put them in a folder, and then when I update them, you can listen to me. And I want to clarify, you will not get a copyright strike if you use my stuff for anything. In fact, the way how that works is ads will come up when YouTube recognizes the content ID of CD Baby, of this track, because each track has a digital fingerprint basically. So when you're watching a video and it comes on there, just the time that the video is on, an ad will come up on people who are not paid. For people who are paid, then cha-ching, you just automatically get a little piece of that. and you're paid every Monday. So it's like, people are forced to pay me, guaranteed for 180 years. I can come up here and scratch my butthole and piss the whole world off, but it doesn't matter as long as I follow TOS and ain't get myself banned or flagged for some weird ass purpose. Then these videos are protected by the terms of service. As long as I don't go overboard and stay within the limits and then keep boundaries there, don't go overboard, then why can't I make 18-hour videos? If I can make 18-hour videos and none of them have problems ever, then I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm playing my own GTA 5 role-playing games or action games, as long as I don't play the music of the game, because that's what's copyrighted, is the sounds. So if I replace it with my own, that's cool. Just turn off the music. But I think all the sirens and all that, that's cool to have. So I started, it's like, okay, if this is the life I want, then let's try to make it work. And that's what I try to do. Still trying to do it, man. It ain't the best. The other day I was looking at my studio from the corner up there, and it's really a piece of shit, ghetto-looking ass studio. It really is. If I'm following every law made the man, who cares what I'm coming up here and saying? Who cares? It's not hurting you anymore. Who cares? Who cares, homie, that I made a song about pussy holes? Who cares that I had 2 cans? Who cares that I keep on refilling my bowl up there with fat nugs making y'all jealous? Who cares that I am a legend? Who cares, man, about what I feel and how much pain I am? Do any of us care or ask, how did Einstein feel when he was working at his first job being an accountant? None of us talk about that, but he was a loser for many years, homie. Einstein, yeah, the great one. He was pictured a loony, crazy, an outcast. No one wanted to hire Einstein. No one, until after he did something and everyone did a double take. But do we ever talk about his emotions? Do we ever talk about his love life and how heartbroken he was? No, we don't. Ever. And sometimes I be downloading these quotes, these messages that are supposed to pick you up, and you guys see them. And I start seeing people's faces because I delete everything with the person on it. I'm not trying to piss anyone off, but after a while, you start to think like, damn, we are in a self-egotistic world. I don't know who these people are, but these people think there's something. They're trying to put themselves on top of their cool-ass quote they came up with. Looking in the sunset, you're trying to get notoriety from your cool little message of the day, of your, sun goes down cool comment section. You put your bright ass funny looking face on it as if you were someone. And I'd be watching TV and it's about people. It's about humans. I'd be watching reality TV. It's about people's emotions. It almost makes me mad how I can't even find a TV commercial about submarines. Can we have a storyline besides human emotion? Can we please have something else besides you as the main event? Please, more air crash investigations. I love investigations that don't involve emotion. I love it when I can watch Knight Rider and the dude has a relationship with his car. That was pretty awesome. How about deaf, Bigfoot, and Gravedigger? Those are awesome. I want to watch more of those. But, you know, these other shows that are like, who said what, who screwed who, up what hole? Who cares? Like, seriously. We don't care about Einstein. Einstein's pretty famous in all directions. You say Einstein and a 5-year-old knows. He's probably heard it. So if none of us care about his emotions, why do we care about yours? What makes you so freaking special? So I live with that every day. I'm like, they don't care about you, homie. They don't care that you're in level 10 pain. In fact, they're concerned for your safety because you're on the maximum allowed dosage. You know, they're concerned that you might be addicted to that shit every day, right? No, I don't need to prove myself to you. I don't need to prove myself to the devil. I don't need to prove myself to this wall. I don't need to prove myself to this light. I don't need to prove myself to YouTube. Yo, I am just the walking dead. I am a has-been 100 years from now. Michael, regenerate oxygen in your blood. I don't know if it's possible, but it's happened to me. Like, my body was lacking oxygen as I was on the toilet, as I was pushing. Somehow it disconnects. I don't understand it, but I was dying and I knew what was happening. I was like, damn, yo, I'm going to pass out here real soon if I don't get what's ever happening. Or like, you start to sweat, have hot sweats. Your whole body starts tingling. You know, like your arm does when you sit on it after eating that extra bonus size candy bar package that your mom got you for your birthday because you did such a good job mowing the grass. And, you know, you were watching TV and you sat on your hands because your hands were cold, and they got that numb feeling like your ass gets sometimes when you're, you know, sitting on your butt clearing a bag of potato chips, waiting for the commercial, looking for the next flavor to get. You know, that same feeling? That's what I was feeling. But it was like you know what was happening, not wait till you move type. Like, you knew what was happening. It was like, oh shit, you know, I'm gonna pass out. Like, that shit was scary. That's how Elvis went out. Like, I swear to God, man. And I've been in those same position. Because I'd be on opiates, just like Elvis. But now we got better drugs to handle the situation. King of Pop dies on toilet. Face down, ass up. That's the way he was effed. Face down, ass up. That's the way he was effed. So really, do any of us care? Because we're all gonna go out a real horrendous way. None of us thought that Michael J would be taken from Propofol. None of us thought that Elvis was gonna be taken from face down, ass up. That's the way he was effed. No one. Face down, ass up. That's the way he left. Yes. You can't prepare, man. Alright, hold on. One's documents, biographies of Soul Casper. Reading his magazine, he me after. DVD, up to close, the 100 read. Get it down, girl, on the pole. Cause in the lights. Alright, so let's go and finish this up. And we'll go back, jam out to my music. Today's news on TMZ. I swear to God, I did not do this. please do Empire Cast. He needs to really start sucking dick. He really needs to stand up for who he is. Juicy Smollett is begging his Empire family to believe he's innocent and continues supporting him, even as the drama of his arrest postponed to scene Thursday in Chicago. Sources on the Empire set tell us the cast and crew were waiting at least 30 minutes for Jussie to begin the scheduled scene. When he eventually showed his face, he was very emotional and surrounded by his family. He's a bitch. It's that dick shoved way up his ass. We're told he addressed everyone on set, saying, "I'm sorry I put you all through this and not answered any calls. I wanted to say I'm sorry and, yo, you know me. I would never do this to any of you. You're my family. I swear to God, I did not do this." After that, he left the set like a bitch. We're told it was obvious Jussie had been crying a lot, so producers said he would have to come back later like a bitch. He did, and we're told he is currently shooting the scene with his dick. Jussie leaving the courthouse. As we reported, Smollett bolted from the mob scene outside court. This is what you could have for $250,000. Damn, Kylie Jenner makes news. Stepped outside, homie. You got time for a selfie?
But we sleep in separate rooms. Like, I sleep down.
You know, everyone's gonna make it about this big ass lie. Who freaking cares? He's got financial issues, bro.
But before, we were sleeping right next to each other.
He's got financial issues.
It's, you know,
Because I read somewhere he's trying to sell a CD.
And I missed her less.
See that? He's got headphones on. He's trying to make himself look good.
Now we got.
So he's trying to sell a CD, but his plan obviously backfired. Because why? He's got money issues. No one would go to this extreme to come up with a plan. He is a failed producer. No one will hire him for a movie because the whole thing backfired. Ever, yo. He is a failure, and he showed us crying like a little bitch.
Shit, I sound good. Got morning wood.
I gotta figure out what I want to eat.
Need something to spit this shit out. I got this towel right down here. Praying to Jesus on my two knees.
I'll be back.
Damn, I missed that. Grab a toll. Spinning circles. Michael J. Scream. Michael J. Thriller. Straight up baller. Two phantom golds. Ear runs. Ponder numb with this phenomenon. Grow deep, pockets. 15 bitches.
We're just gonna do vocal right now.
Living the life.
LGCD 436.9 Batman Stays. Today's operating theme. You know the drill. We just gotta sit here and make money. since that's what I'm good at. Making that dollar. Batman has a bunch of money because he's got that big mansion with an elevator in it, and he drives a big fancy car right out of his basement that looks like a cave. That's what Batman's those. So I decide to idolize Batman. Because Batman's pretty cool. He's got his own symbol. I got my own symbol. CWSPOD. Yo, don't mistake it for a gang sign. Let me share this video because I'm cool like that.
Pop these pills. I know the deal. Working with devils. I feel
Shit.
incredible.
Perfect, man. Look at this setup. Holy crap. I almost put the camera right in front of my iPad. Let me show you from the, oh, you probably can't see very well, but check out Batman's chair.
Showing you the way. Showing you the way. Showing you the way. Showing you the way.
I'm thankful for 4K, but honestly, I can't get enough of my special tool. It's got the 4 hooks on it.
I'm here.
But I want to say what's up to everyone in Pal Talk.
But I'm here. So thankful to be here.
You are my friend.
Yeah. Show me the way. Show me the way. So thankful.
So I got a message right now from a homie.
Show me the way.
Join us Monday, 2:25 for the Battle of the Bike Lanes. Ooh, Battle of the Bike Lanes, man.
Yeah.
People like me spend thousands of dollars every month on my weed habit, on my weed addiction. Can't stop, man. If I stop smoking this, I might kill myself. This is at Monday, February 25th at 6 p.m. Where? Here at Colorado Springs, of course, but at Studio B at the Pikes Peak Center one night. And he gets shot. He's got to die somehow. Maybe in a car wreck. It's basically like doing the helicopter. Since we're already on the subject, Batman is going to teach you some tricks with some utensils that you get in your grocery cart. And basically, you're like breaking the skin, homie. So when you go in circles, you're breaking the skin. And I was doing some research. Your skin, you can make it appear bigger by having more skin grow back. So basically, you're stretching it till the skin breaks. Skin or muscle. I never tore it because I don't want to bend up dick. Mine's a perfect straight line. It's cut and perfect. Like, there is no issues. It's pretty. I keep it shaved. It's very... I had sex today, and a mouth besides this was on it. I slept all day. We had company here, and I was still asleep. I was like, yeah, yo, being a little brat. Like, I don't want to get up. So I slept until I heard my wife turn on the hookah. So I shared hookah with her. So I guess that Jesse guy is getting suspended from Empire. I'm curious to see how the story will go. Surely they will invite him back for a scene and he gets shot. He's got to die somehow. Maybe in a car wreck. But I'm sure it'll be the lamest scene he'll ever do in his life. And he still claims his innocence, homie, but I think his whole career is done. Did you see that house where his friends chilled in? That's where he's going back to, man. Back to the ghetto. Poor Jussie. not with an E, Jussie. Everything about you is wrong, man. I apologize for your poor choices in life, but look where it got you. It got you that fat paycheck you were looking for. And you're such a great actor, you just proved it, that you could probably, screw that and be a producer like me. You can't even do what I do, man. You can't even sell an album. You can't even ask your boss for a raise correctly. You can't even do a crime. What else is there for you but jail? And really proving out your gayness skills. Getting AIDS. That is your plan. I see it. If you keep on making those choices, you will die like my idol Eazy-E. But only instead of screwing dudes, like what you'll be doing, and getting that thick Bubba dick, AIDS infested, just as the initiation, first day in jail. They're gonna go after you, boy, because they be probably watching you up on the big screen and then go back to their cell with their mate and pretend that you're them. But now that you're actually there, you're gonna get passed around like a little whore and slut. I see it, Jussie. Even with a name like that, they're gonna start calling you Jessica. Like Jessica. Duh. Like you had it all. And like that was no homo. I'm just saying what your life may appeal to. Look what your new fan base is. I'm not sure how he's gonna get a clean report after he gets done here. His rap sheet will be long. He's like, oh, that's a rap. He's gonna get shot just like Exhibit did. And I try to think back when Exhibit got shot in Empire, his character. I wonder how many times Exhibit grabs the remote control, and he goes back to his Empire scene where he was actually in a booth. It's probably why the whole reason he went on to Empire was to spit major bars to maybe help his career, but when he figured out he was just an extra, they took him out. Because we all want that money, man. I told you guys yesterday he was in it for financial issues. That had to be the as long as he's alive. Like, he made history. This is history. R. Kelly today, I saw in the news, was slamming little kids. And my wife goes, what's wrong with these famous people? She was like, didn't Michael Jackson die? I'm like, no, that was his doctor gave him too much propofol. And she was like, oh. I'm like, I was like, yeah, we're all messed up. Champions, like, I am messed up. Look at my back. You may not look like it from a distance, but definitely my life is screwed up from my poor choices in life. So now, while I'm rotting in hell, getting it on, with Miss Mike. Let's go to TMZ real quick, and if you want to read along, this is my go-to website these days. R. Kelly turns himself in on sexual abuse charges. Knew it. He turned over, so he hands over them. Damn, he must be on drugs. He turned over to prosecutors show R. Kelly engaging. He didn't graduate to the shit stage. I just don't know about some of these individuals that y'all want to promote. You want to stop spending money on him and start spending money on me. CWSPOD. Just Google it and then listen to something. I need all of you to put on your, get a YouTube Red subscription and go to work and play the top 100 list on your PC at home, but just put it on mute I need you to play all of those instrumentals. I got 500, my top 500 tracks out of the 1,000 I got so far. Just push play and go take a bath for a few days, please, yo. That would help me out quite a bit, and that would show your love. Because it's just a matter of time. It's like, yo, just let the fireworks start. Yo, Batman's chilling back here reading R. Kelly butt videos about how nasty he is. Avengi says he's planning to go after R. Kelly's enablers. Lawyers, managers, agents, and others whom he says stood idly by and protected the singer as he sexually abused young girls. Avengi's mission, bringing justice to them. So he is a... What a job title, right? What do I want to do when I grow up? I want to go find child predators and put them in jail, so eventually I can be one too. What's wrong with these people, man? Avenati, do you know what you're getting yourself into? You're playing yourself with a bad round of cards. Pretty soon you'll be right there with R. Kelly sucking his dick, saying you didn't do it, jamming out to Britney Spears, just doing it again. Avanti also claims Kelly's 2008 trial, in which he was found not guilty, was rigged by threats and payoffs. I mean, that's normal. That's a normal thing there. R. Kelly is faced serious time behind bars and big black dick. AIDS infested. He will come out with AIDS. Wouldn't that be a thing? Oh, sorry, I gave 4 14-year-old girls a busted in their mouth and they swallowed, had oral sex, anal sex, and I urinated all over their face when I knowingly had AIDS. Oh, wait, when I knowingly didn't know if I had AIDS because I purposely didn't want to get checked, because I believe is better than knowing. That's what's coming next in 2030 from this guy. R. Kelly, the criminal sexual abuse charge is a Class 2 felony in Illinois. That's where he's from. And each charge carries a oh, man. In prison, you're gonna have dudes licking their lips. We're gonna get a piece of that apple pie. Rihanna, extremely disappointed in Vanderpump, goes in her hard, goes in on it is. I'm raising 2 teenager girls. Current season, Rihanna brought up one final thing. This is jam-packed with, oh my God, man. Oh.
Teaching this guy a lesson. What the hell you doing, bro? Passing the joint one more time before we get back in our...
It's actually kind of gay that I would do that, but it's a nice idea, wasn't it? Smoke some joints. Smoke some joints. When this is all done, we can go home and smoke some joints.
Listen to the
Smoke some
discography.
joints.
CWSPOD.
When this is all done, we can go home and smoke some joints.
My homie's got a
Smoke some joints.
discography. Who is me? Because I think I need exposing. Why don't you bring me in there so I can tear it up?
Yeah.
Tear.
You see this thing though?
I
This
need
is
to do some reform.
the pipe lip.
Do you know
Made that yesterday. At first I was like, yo, this is
cuddle
stupid.
together,
But I was
can
like,
start feeling you up.
I could play video games, edit,
Do you know
and
a
smoke the
place
hookah
It's nice and warm.
at the same
To where I
time.
could peel off your clothes and just look you from head to toe. You know any place like that? That's first-hand experience. So,
Slander.
around his big slang,
I could sue you for
he's
that.
gonna make you his thing.
You talk down on me,
You gotta do what it takes.
call me the big R word. I could sue you for that. You could go to jail for a hate crime.
Sucking it in, sucking it in.
And you know, if you weren't
Come on.
working all day, maybe you could read a book and get your ass smart, but instead you still get in your education from the local news. Still, same stupid person, but just experience goes a long way. And that's why, from my opinion, I am an observer, and that's why we are an overachiever, man. I'm gonna go to some other room, man. This room is busted slow. And I've accepted my defeat, and I've accepted the sarcasm hat forever. It's stitched into my steel forehead, gold-plated. It's not wallpapered. You are the person who be wearing wallpaper on their forehead. Because that's what people do with paint. Wallpaper is pretty designs and shit. You realize how ugly you are. It's got to be a mental disability to always remind yourself how continuously ugly on a persistent basis, week after year after century. You're only getting old. And you ever figure out that maybe someday you could look good? It's all about self-esteem. You could be Batgirl, but you ain't call yourself nothing like that trophy case. You